all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I love that. Welcome back. We're here for episode 30 of 5 Star Sodas. Here to taste more juice. It's been a while. How he's been, Nick and Al?
Good. You're saying it's been a while. Do you remember that Stain song?
That's what I was singing.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Who's been up to? I know he's been
How
up
long
to.
has it been?
Hold on, before we get into that shit.
Maybe 4 weeks.
What about remember Stain? Here, fuck man, we're on a sidebar straight away. Fred Durst.
Did 26 years old.
I was like,
No, but like remember Stain had that song outside, and it was like featuring Fred Durst live, and Fred Durst just like he kind of sings along, but he sits in the stairs at the live performance, and just like he's just like putting a lighter up, and he's like, it's so weird. But then Fred Durst wig. Here, Fred Durst wig is a good name for a band.
Fred Durst wig.
Fred Durst wig.
Fred Durst wig is code for
You bringing it up?
well, see, I'd heard about
Straight off the bat, we're on a sidebar.
I'd heard about
Love it, man.
Fred Durst at Lollapalooza, but I've not seen any of it. Is it a wig he's wearing?
I don't know. Man.
Oh, it's alright.
fucking-
Okay, I'm wearing a lube. I thought I was.
You've not seen this shit?
No, I mean,
What?
I listened to a podcast yesterday and it was talking about Fred Durst. I
Like-
sort of was Fred Durst wearing a wig for Limp Bizkit's Lollapalooza set? Because the thing I was listening to was
must
like,
have been
it was like Fred Durst's just been pure enjoying lockdown and just let it go.
Growing his hair.
And he's been asked to go back, like, can you back and do one show at Lollapalooza? And he's like, I'm not going to fucking shave my head and put my cap back on.
I'm
just
coming
gonna-
out.
I'm coming out
looking
the way
like
I've been.
Like a fucking
There's
extra
no-
from
looks
the
like-
Big
but there's
Lebowski.
no way that's his hair.
That's an 80s cop show.
I mean,
Aye.
I'm not gonna lie. See the one with like the tan shirt, like the shacket. It looks good though.
Yeah.
But like the other one,
The one where
he's-
he's on stage.
aye. Well, I mean that is clearly
Click
a wig
that
at
first
that
one.
point.
Hit that first one.
This one.
Yeah, and let's get about
That's like it was a Beastie Boys video.
Sabotage.
sabotage. Yeah, but it's like,
Sabotage.
does that not look like he's sweated out his own hair though? So I mean, you can't sweat out a wig, man.
You think so?
I don't think.
Dude, he was bald for the get go.
Oh, was he? Oh, so he was.
Was he actually bald though?
I think so.
Is he not? I mean, you never knew because he always did that.
What was your introduction to Limp Bizkit?
Rolling.
Mine was they did the Mission Impossible 2
Yeah.
score.
Yeah. But that was after Rolling.
And it was
Way after
them.
rolling.
No, it wasn't.
Aye,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was, man. Why would they get offered to
That's
do
why
that if they
got-
didn't have a hit
aye,
single?
They needed a hit single to get.
They probably had a 2 or 3.
No,
decent
Rolling was on the
ones.
same album.
No, I know, but the only that
I'm
one album.
telling
was-
you, Rolling came out after that.
Limp Bizkit discography. Fucking hell, guys, we've not even got a drink yet.
I'm
telling you that
I
came
bet
after
the
it.
farm on it. Why the hell would you get a band like Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit to do a
'cause-
movie like
but
that?
that wouldn't even have been on an album. 'Cause
No, it was.
But there was Limp Bizkit. It was. Did that not have Adam Clayton and Larry Mullen on it, or was that a different one? Did they do it differently? It was Adam Clayton and Larry Mullen did the Mission Impossible theme tune for
right.
for a different film.
I'll tell you who else did the Mission Impossible tune for the second one. Metallica had one on it as well.
Really?
Singles. Let's get singles up.
That's what I'm going.
Singles.
Break stuff, I suppose that would. I mean, but I probably wouldn't have heard that until.
Take a
Rolling.
look around. Is that not it?
No.
Aye, it is. Because it goes. It is because
Oh,
hey,
so it is?
it's all
So
the
it
world
is?
has even seen lately. Dun,
So what
dun,
year's
dun,
that?
dun, dun. That was no, it's the same album, 2000.
That's.
Oh
2000.
yes! Do you want to know what's good about this? Me and a former episode member of the podcast, Craig Neal, had a big argument the other week about what order Biffy Clyro songs come out in, and I got all of them wrong.
But the way this is written is the main riff of the song is derived from the original Mission Impossible theme. So I wonder if they did this song, then it was added.
Then it
to
was
Mission
taken back
Impossible.
in, yeah. Why is it called Rolling Air Raid Vehicle? Like in brackets.
Was that not the?
The Air Raid Max.
There was an air raid like siren.
I like
kicked
that
off.
one. End Together now with Method Man.
Yeah, and there's a they were on a
I mean, remember the My Generation cover? That was so bad.
I remember getting. Oh,
Behind Blue Eyes. What?
I remember that cover as well.
I'll be honest, man. I'm pretty lost after
Bittersweet Symphony.
Rolling cover.
Weird.
Home Sweet Home.
No, they had. See if you go back up. See what's the initial singles.
Okay, and
Counterfeit I had that album. It's called $3 Bill Yo. Was that right?
Yeah.
Aye.
$3 bill Yalls, but
My-
the S in Yalls is a
So
dollar.
I had the album. What's the album that's got Nookie and rearranged on it?
Significant Other.
Significant Other. I had that album because the other one wasn't out yet. So I heard the single, bought the old album,
You couldn't
and
get
then
here.
found out that remember HMV used to have the import section.
Ah,
That's when I
yeah,
got it.
yeah,
But they also said in the import section, like it used to. I'm sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm trying to think if it had like, or I knew that there was another one, the $3 bill. Yo. So my mum and Jim went to Boston.
They'd get an asking.
No,
for
they went to
one
Boston and I
biscuit.
sent them to like, I feel like, what would be like,
Record store.
what would it be, Tower Records or something like
Aye.
that, something mental. And
Oh,
they
okay.
brought me back like $3 bill. Yo, and I remember like the Lost Limp Bizkit album, I put it on and it was terrible. I used to feel dressed like him, by the way.
I could
I
see
used to have
that.
a red hat and all that.
I could see that.
My first Hotmail was Redcat182.
I think I remember you telling me this.
Redcat182 at
That's a
hotmail.com.
good- right, so what was your first email address? Do you remember it? Mine's is a screamer.
Honestly, probably. Nah, I can't remember it. I
You can.
honestly can't. I've got an email address.
What was your
that-
first DJ one then?
Probably like DJ Frantic at Hotmail.
Mine was the Virgin Surgeon at Yahoo.
That was your. What age are you?
15 maybe.
That's my guy.
The Virgin Surgeon. Oh
Jesus.
my God. That is a cancellation.
You should still
waiting
have
to
that,
happen.
right? So that you know when you're in like a shop and they're like, "Do you want me to email the receipt?" You're like, "Aye, cool. It's the Virgin Surgeon." And they go,
Oh man. And then I had Rab McGlinchey at yahoo.com as well. Do you remember Rab
Oh.
McGlinchey?
He was
Who
the
was that?
prank call guy.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah,
prank
yeah,
calls.
yeah.
Right, let's crack out a drink while we're
It was
still
kind of
talking.
like you were in that thing where like you buy domain names, like you buy like Brooklyn Beckham before he's born. You're like, Rab McGlinchey's like, I might get into this seriously. Wait a minute.
Do you know
Who's
what?
this
I
guy?
actually meant to bring a towel up today,
Oh, yeah.
and I forgot because these are cold and wet.
Any good Virgin Surgeon always carries a towel, man.
Ben Shaw's Cloudy Lemonade.
Who is Ben Shaw?
So right, Ben Shaw. Now
Who
from
is Ben Shaw?
Ben
from
Shaw.
according Ben Shaw, according to the can, this is from 1851. This company have been going,
Right.
London based.
We did one of these.
No, we didn't. We've never done a Ben Shaw.
I think I've had a Ben Shaw.
You might have had a Ben Shaw. I've seen them appear.
Never even
In,
heard of this.
I've seen them appear in a lot of like
Cloudy
convenience
Lemonade.
stores. The reason I bought this is because we'd got a chippy last week, and Jenny's dad wanted a cream soda, but he's diabetic, so I saw a kind of sugar-free, low sugar cream soda, and it was a Ben Shaw's, and I saw this beside it. And I was like, let's get the Cloudy Lemonade.
Is
So you got this for a chippy?
British?
I don't know if I did actually get this from a chippy, but that's where I got the cream soda.
Because sometimes we get cans in the chippy, it's got that kind of film on the top of it.
Tell you what though, there's something interesting about getting a chippy and like something that's like
Yeah,
lemony,
Nah, true.
like that acid.
Let's get in.
to get through it.
Salut.
Smells good.
Both quite singing.
And instant sharpness, but then the sharpness disappears really quickly.
Yeah.
Very. Just for anyone watching the video, I'm turning off my fasting app because I'm back.
Aye.
What's your...
We absolutely
my-
fucked the weight loss challenge. If anyone remembers, we were doing
My
that.
fasting app says 11 days, 8 hours since your last fast.
What's that?
So I called Ben Shaw breakfast.
What's the other like cloudy lemonades in the game? I don't really know what the go-to is. This is gastropub
Marks and
business, man.
Spencer's.
Aye, that's true.
Cloudy lemonade was always one I would buy.
It's a town actually. Look
What
at
was
this,
there
man.
was Morrison's used to do
Here,
traditional
this-
lemonade.
I don't know if it's just because like I've not eaten it in like 19 hours, but it's actually really good.
No, it was quite parched,
Kind of basic, but
It's
good.
quite low. It's low sugar. I'm sure this one as well.
but that's not that apparent.
4.7 grams of sugar.
it's
No,
not.
that's what I mean.
That's
like,
holding it down.
I like the little
Mantra.
like the zebra with hands.
Zebra with hands. Oh yeah, shit. It's also unclear. Oh, because it's cloudy. Oh
got
shit,
it.
man.
Good.
They put
It
that
might
there.
be cloudy, but it's bursting with the brightness of zingy lemons.
I just love that there's an office somewhere and this is like there's a guy with a whiteboard. I love that
office,
shit.
apparently.
Glucose
Aye.
fructose syrup is the one of the main ingredients.
I saw a video yesterday, and it was like, "This is the most David Brent moment I've ever seen since David Brent," and it was like a kind of Good Morning Britain show, but it was the Irish one, and it was a guy and a woman like presenters, and the woman's like, Jeannie McCutcheon and her 10 brothers and sisters, and the guy sitting there goes, 10 brothers and sisters, Jesus. and she just looks at him. Lost their mum when she was back.
No way.
And the guy just went, oh. It was class.
Do you know what?
Name memo. Name like he just comes in late, man, with a fucking bateau size like, we just want to run down these headlines. He's like, no time, no time.
I was thinking about that.
That's a Ron Burgundy.
Just as a wee like quick sidebar, I seen one of those, like, you know, those daft things. It's like it's usually like a movie thing, and it's like, oh, you like Steve Carell got his first big break by like being like the anchor guy on Bruce Almighty. Steve Carell, and then it goes like Steve Carell was the only actor who was able to do like the gibberish bit, and like it showed you the clip of like it's like Jim Carrey going like blah, 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 and then like he's going like blah, 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 and then Mike and stuff, and I was like, no, they didn't just go like, Steve, you're the only guy who can do this.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, we need you. I was like, there was also.
I was watching the Netflix TV show, and it was Movies That Made Us.
Oh yeah.
And they just
new
bought
ones,
new ones out, and I watched the Home Alone one, and it was about who's the guy that plays Marv?
Not Joe.
Not Joe
Oh,
Pesci.
okay.
the other one.
Yeah.
I
I
can't
I
remember
can't
his
remember
name.
his name, but there was a
Marv.
bit.
We'll call him Marv.
There was a bit in there, and it was because Joe Pesci. He's like, I really struggled with not swearing, so the two of them wanted to make up their own language, so that anytime they got hurt, they go blah, 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 and it was exactly what he said. It was good episode.
I always call
Imagine that
the Joe
movie.
Pesci shit. I always call frisson
What's
because
that?
he always goes like
Yeah,
because he's almost saying fucking all the time.
but that was the whole thing. Like, they
kill you.
did a supercut of like Joe Pesci and all his other movies, and he's just swearing constantly.
But imagine that was in Home Alone. Like when he gets him at the end,
Aye.
he's like, man, I'm going to fucking cut you
fucking
from
motherfucker.
arsehole to breakfast time, man.
He does go a wee bit mental, though, doesn't he? At the end,
Yeah,
he's like,
dark.
it's quite dark.
yeah.
But it should be, man.
you
It's
need
about
that.
time.
I know.
Aye.
About time a wee guy gets fucking.
He's literally been
He's top and smuff.
like battered,
Right.
tarred and feathered.
What's your scores? I know my score.
On you,
3.4.
No, that's pretty good.
pretty high.
I think it's quite decent. I would have that again. In fact, I would like to try that with a chippy.
Fair play. I'll go 2.9. I don't. It's not decent. It's decent for what it is, but I don't really fuck with Cloudy Lemonade.
Didn't it dance for you?
Nah. It
I
dance.
think it'd be good with a chippy, but only if you're having fish.
Aye.
Like you're not having a sausage supper
no.
with that.
I
Who
probably,
orders a sausage supper?
I probably have
Yeah,
it at
only
Wimbledon.
Sausage supper's like up your side piece now for me.
You
just get
I'm like a
as a
sausage
starter.
I
You just get a single
I'm like a
sausage
single
in your back
sausage on the
pocket.
side, man.
Yeah, I'm going a wee bit low. I'm going 2.6.
Okay. Why though?
It's just basic. I don't want to give it a high score because I've not had anything else, and it's 10:30 in the morning, and we're drinking fizzy juice.
Yeah.
I know.
You're setting yourself up for the day.
I know. 2.6.
What is the scores?
Can't hold a
Josh
candle
scores.
to
So that gives it a 2.9. That's all right. It's like
2.9.
for a 59p can,
Exactly.
a cloudy lemonade, a 2.9's pretty banging actually.
Show the people on your close up the can
The can, the actual
just before. So a 2.9.
2.9 for Ben Shaw's cloudy lemonade. I
Nice.
quite like the can though.
Right.
They
Indeed.
do have a lot of other flavours, so
So before pre-sidebar, you said what we've been up to.
aye.
I directed 2 music videos. That's what I've been up to, and one of them get
Two
released.
music videos.
2 music videos. The first one, well, they're both for. I could probably say this now. They're both for Twin Atlantic, who we all know because Craig's been on the show and you used to work for them. And
I used to work for Andy. Andy
Did
used to
you?
be like, here, on the fucking bus.
they kind of did work for Andy because I actually kind of got to see like behind the scenes on that, and Andy would like he was kind of like the da until
One time.
feeding them
the
like.
job.
you know.
That fact, if MD asked what you did as a tour manager, it was like you just need to babysit.
And weird
Babysit.
dresses.
Uh-huh.
But the weird dresses. But the more and more like you find out about like the way bands sort of behave is apparent that they need some. It's almost like they welcome like someone to like give them some order
Aye.
into their life.
Yeah, they need it. So, but anyway, video, how was
Aye.
it? Was that the biggest production you've done?
Yes, aye, definitely.
Terms of amount of people, and like,
Aye, well,
Seemed
the
real.
reason, well, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it, not to just promote it, because it's out now on YouTube, Twin Atlantic, bang on the gong, but I'd felt like an imposter because I'm used to like being a one-man band kind of thing. So there's nobody like, there's usually me and the client, and it's like, if the client's cool, then I can kind of like will them onto my side, and I'm like, yeah, this is how this video is going to go. But
You mean like anytime I should do a video?
basically, well, no, see, be fair, you, when I do a video for you, you're kind of like we'll talk about it beforehand, and then a lot of the stuff I do for you is event based, and I'm sure anyone that works with or has worked with you will know that when it comes to an event, you're like it's like everyone else is like not in a bad way, but it's like the event comes first. So like you're like focused on the event. So like if anyone was like, Andy, what about this? And you're like, fuck off, I told you your job already. So when it comes to events, I'm always like, when I hand the video in, you're like, oh, that's cool. Like I never seen any of that stuff. And I was like, oh, that's because I just stayed away from you. I was too scared to ask what part of the site you wanted me at next. No, it was kind of mad having like, I think on set we had maybe both days somewhere between like 10 and 15 people.
So the one that's out today, did you just film that in a day? The one that's out now, you just film that in a day?
Yeah, just they were both done in a day. Yeah, I think the first one was like 8 in the morning till 9 at night.
Yeah.
I think we wrapped.
That's not bad though.
No, not really. Not for the other one was a even more miraculous feat.
I don't know.
Because to throw it back to the Home Alone thing, they had John Candy for a day on the Home Alone film, and they had him for 23 hours. He's like, I said a day.
Aye.
That's
Chris
amazing.
Columbus is like, well, it's less than a day.
Well, I think that's kind of like when you obviously I've been working on some hit shows, man, but to see how they shoot things like that, like you have to like plan everything out. So they're like, if you watch that movie, like, oh, must have been amazing for John Candy to work on that. You're like, he just had a day, like he just banged out in a day, but he's such a seminal character in it. And then if you actually break down that movie, like really.
Well, it's all cutaways to John Candy.
It's cutaways, but also like.
But if you think about the John Candy scenes in Home Alone, all he does is
the
airport scene in the van.
Yeah.
So every time they cut to like a van or the start at the airport, John Candy's in it for like. It's actually really. Do you know what? Home Alone is like so well, not well just well written, but it's so well put together because it's like they know that every time they cut away from like Kevin and his like fucking hijinks, like for kids they're all like, well, whatever we're cutting away to, it can't just be this more freaking out, because we won't pay attention. So they're like, we'll put John Candy in and he will like keep Wayne's entertained. Like I remember being like, polka 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 polka. And then also sometimes I look in the mirror and think I'm the reincarnation of John Candy. Also a true Canadian. It was good. It was.
Peace,
I think like rest in peace, John Candy. I think the thing I wanted to bring up about imposter syndrome was like there was a moment where I had to be like, well, many moments I had to be a director, but there was a moment where I was like, I have to give like the speech at the start and be like, everyone shut the fuck up. This is what we're doing today. Please respect each other. Like, give the dancers and Sam your full attention. Don't be fucking about on your phone. Like, they need to pretend that we're not here. Like, they're like they're acting. We're like fucking watching. So,
Do you think it made a difference at the fact that those people you had acting aren't actors? How different do you think that'll be if you're actually working with actors?
You mean that?
And no disrespect to your dancers or Sam.
No.
But they're not actors.
I think the way that they were looking towards camera. So the girls, even though they're not actors, have all danced in like
Musical theatre and all
like
that.
varying levels of shows. One of them particularly is like, I'm sure she wouldn't mind me saying like she's like like auditioning for like some huge like London West End kind of things. So she's kind of used to the.
Emoting.
I think as dancers, they're used to like being
a character while they dance.
Well, just knowing that like they're like projecting to like an audience, regardless of what the audience is.
So Sam though.
And so is Sam.
So. Yeah.
So I think based on the video being like kind of like a singing performance number, they were all kind of like accustomed to what it was meant to be, and they were all looking like, say like if the crew's all standing at the side, they're looking at a corner where the camera is. Because we completely like, you might see some of it in the behind the scenes video that's coming, but like we completely cheated how big that room is. It's nowhere near as big as it looks. So like, even when they were there, I was like, I was just kind of hoping that their peripheral vision wouldn't get like caught. Because like I was watching like, because a couple of the people went to do someone else's video, and I looked at one of her videos the other day, and I was like, the dancers are all looking at the camera. But like,
not in a good way.
When they're maybe looking another way, like you've got like some of them like trying to catch the camera's attention. You know what I mean? So it was quite lucky that they were told it was maybe like a TV show. So like, you're like, forget the people in the room. You're sure they're entertaining, but there's 5 million people at home watching. So like that was what I kept saying. Like you're performing to 5 million people at home. You're not performing to this room. So don't even take in the room. Because
they were on pretty quick, man. It was Sam that needed a few runs, man. It's like, man,
do you know what I wasn't prepared for?
You're doing a wee bit of Liam Gallagher.
How many fucking cigarettes that I made them smoke?
Oh man, it was crazy. It just looked disgusting, man. Even though they're not like.
See, for someone, imagine like
cigs,
you've
man.
never smoked, have you?
No.
Near that, right?
Just the reefer.
Could you imagine just like he's never really smoked? I don't think he's probably smoked a joint or something. I would imagine.
Jeez, man.
I don't know, but. What I was going to say is, what I was going to say though is like for a guy who doesn't smoke, I made him smoke 35 fags in a row.
Yeah.
Those are fags. But like even me watching that, knowing that I don't smoke either, I was like, oh, I didn't really consider how many.
I honestly couldn't do that.
Well, his eyes were like pure tearing up at points.
I couldn't even like the stage cigarettes. I couldn't do that. Like, see, like
they're not even like. See, when I got them, I'm like. They're like stage ones that look like they'll
taste like strawberries, man.
No, they smell and taste like fags. It's dozy fags.
But no, I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. There's something about it in my head. Like I refuse to even buy people cigarettes.
Oh, really?
We'll get it on a rider for a band, and I'm like, I'm not buying them. I just can't do it.
Out of like,
what would you buy them instead?
Fucking candy sticks.
Candy sticks.
What principle? Like I don't agree with
disgust.
smoking.
I think I can't even touch a packet of cigarettes.
Cancel sticks.
Really?
Aye, it's just minging.
I'll be honest. I love the feel of a cigarette in my hand.
I've never touched a cigarette. Like
I used to just walk
we
about.
did- we-
I used to just walk about with my grands.
We did have a
Marion?
a bit of a thing of like, is this the one thing we need to lose from it? And I didn't really know if that would be a kind of.
You brought that up to me like 2 days before the show.
I was just like, well, I was trying to bring it up in case it became a thing after the day. They were like, look, man, it'd be better if they had a cigarette. Well, I'd be like, well, fuck it does.
Thing,
If
like,
SM
it's acceptable to do.
But
if SMTV Live was still going and they would have us on it, then definitely.
but you know, but that's not the world we live in. It's like you put it on YouTube and it's your call. But I just don't know if you'd even get, because it's quite weird, obviously, like stepping into that world of like a band, and then like just the type of things that you have to get, like, oh, is it going to be in the YouTube comments, like, or is it going to be in this? And you're just like,
by the way, just talking about YouTube comments, some of them are amazing.
oh man,
like seminal, like slaggings off the band and me of not me personally, but like people have said things about the video. One person actually said, one person said, this is just a blatant rip-off of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, lazy. And another person said, I've just finished watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and this scene looks awfully familiar to one in that. Do you think it's a coincidence? I'm like, what?
I don't know if people think they're going to get like one of those plaques from YouTube for like they've like
most liked.
I'll tell you what.
They're like,
my most,
I don't know if anyone else has seen this.
My most humbling moment so far.
Tower 5 or whatever it's called.
A Twin Atlantic fan, because I'm like, it's my first music video I've ever directed, so I'm looking at all the comments like and just laughing and enjoying it all. But I seen a girl on Twitter, and she's made like this like GIF of like, it's like 5, I don't know, maybe it's 8 scenes of the video. So like all the GIFs are playing at the same time in this one like rectangle post kind of thing, vertical post, and I'm like, this is dope. So on it, I'm like, this is fucking cool, and she just likes it, and I'm like, I'm the director. And now every day she's reposted it and just tagged like Sam and Twin, and I'm like, guess the director doesn't matter then. She's just like, oh, another Twin fan obviously likes this. I'm like, you fucking be
fan video.
Right, drink number 2.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Why the hell not, man?
But yeah. But while we're drinking, we'll talk about imposter syndrome. Has there ever been a time where
talking of imposter syndrome,
maybe
this is a bit of an imposter.
Oh, that is an imposter.
You think this is?
Have we done Appletiser?
This is Grapetiser.
This is Grapetiser, not Appletiser. All the way from New Zealand, I believe.
Is it part
same
of the
brand though,
Appletiser
isn't it?
family?
It
looks exactly like
It's
it.
a product of the Coca-Cola company.
Right, okay. I'm into this, man.
Looks exactly like it.
Do you know what?
Have I ever told you the Appletiser story?
Aye, we heard it, man. It was alright. I don't want to hear it again. Okay.
I don't know.
I think we did Appletiser and it never made the episode because we lost the episode.
Oh no, did we do Appletiser on like a? I'll tell you in a minute.
Is it about somebody ordering at dinner?
Yes. Here, this has got 40 grams of sugar in this.
Is it?
Do you know what I think this is going to taste like?
Grape soda.
Schlor. No, because I think it's like a red grape.
Nah, we
I don't think
we haven't done Appletiser.
Grapey.
But grape soda's like, just stick a wee bit of water on it.
Had to, man. I'm fucking
Grapetiser's,
It's
we'll
fucking
just
Splash
go the
Mountain.
water.
Splash Mountain.
We'll just go the can water.
Higher than the fucking
Anyway,
millions.
real quick, I've graduated uni. We go to like Grill in the Corner for
Get
dinner.
all in the corner.
Gorilla in the corner. We're ordering our drinks at the start of the meal. I'm like, beer or a glass of wine or something. My mum's the same. Jim goes, I'll have an Appletiser. And they're like, didn't even call it Appletiser. Appletiser. And women's happy to do that. He's like, all right, I'll just have a Coke. And she goes away, and Jim tells me, he goes, that first place was like fancy.
Do you know? No, we have had a fancy Appletiser conversation before, but I don't think we've never done.
Oh, that smells fucking dank.
does smell weird.
By the way, another shout
Told you.
out for Jim, by the way, is
It's like Schlor.
see in
Maybe a
Spain.
bit better.
Just back from Spain, by the way, first holiday of COVID times. The Jim orders a Coke in Spain like this, Coca-Cola normal.
Normal.
I'm like, why'd you always say normal? And he's like, because sometimes they might give you like a Diet Coke or something. I feel like I'm like, you own property in Spain and go to Spanish classes, and like the most Spanish you've learned is Coca-Cola normal. My mum's Spanish, and she's learned is do you speak English? She can say that with a really good Spanish accent.
It's coating my teeth.
Aye.
Hey, see
It's not bad though.
See
I quite like it.
See the initial going in for it. That's quite brutal, but the actual like taste and aftertaste is quite good.
No, I mean I noticed I can, but it does have a slow. I think there is a my throat's
Slurry
fucked.
vibe.
There is a red grape slur vibe to it, aye, for sure.
But this is like red. Schlor is more sparkling water.
Did you
This
drink
is-
Slur as a like grown up? Was it like a
Aye.
pure Christmas day
Aye,
get a
that's-
Slur
aye,
out?
you
We
get the
still
Schlor.
usually get it at Christmas.
Never
Yeah.
did that shit.
Aye, we
See,
still-
my mum doesn't drink, so she instead of like if there was like prosecco or champagne or sparkling, it would always be
I mean,
Schlor that was out.
my mum and Jim would get it for like maybe some party things. Sometimes they'd have it. I remember like an ex of mine, her family at Christmas was like notorious for it. In fact, actually, any meal you had with that family, Schlur was on the table.
The notorious slur boys.
Schlur gang.
Schlur.
The Dourai Schlosters. No, it's not the Dourai. Where's she from again? Beef, Dourai. Something like Dourai.
We know who it is.
No, I know you know, but I'm just mean that I'm
Nicola
not
Schlor.
Nicola Schlur. But I'm just saying that family were like bad for the Schlur.
You low down dirty slur.
Did
Did you just call her a Schlur?
Called her a slur.
She was a
It's-
Schlur.
It's quite syrupy.
I don't like the upfront taste. But I like the aftertaste.
I feel like we're getting fucking like 5 a day in or something with these two drinks, man.
Yes.
We're on our way 5 a day. It's like hunters of lemon, hunters of grapes.
What do you think?
I think it's actually better than slur.
Yeah, I would agree there. I would
Is
rather
Schlur
drink.
made by the
Don't say
Coca-Cola
slur.
company?
What?
Is that a Britvic thing?
Probably it's one of the two, isn't it?
Where's Schlor from?
Is that a Britvic or is that a Coca-Cola company?
Aye.
Schlur.
Oh, there's no C in it. I would definitely put a C in there.
That's German Schlur, you think no?
Oh, Schlor. It's made by Merrydown.
What?
Oh, snap. Stop,
No.
man.
That is the worst
Stop the press.
Wikipedia
Aye.
entry ever.
That's
Oh,
the
something that is a
shortest
massive-
Wikipedia entry I've ever seen.
Although, see, to be fair, see if all of them were like that, we would really get to what we needed quicker.
Oh, quicker,
That's
yeah.
so concise. Slogans include Schlor, the grown-up soft drink. Get your sparkle. Hit Mary down.
Hold on, remember 9 flavours: red grape, white grape, apple and white grape and elderflower,
See the grape
mango and passion fruit. Schlor.
Strawberry punch. Man, where are these?
Aye, where?
See the Schlur not the Schlur. See the grape soda we used to drink, like a Welch's.
Yeah.
What grape is that imitating?
That's just...
Is that purple grape?
Purple American.
Purple berry.
Aye.
Aye.
What was it called?
Phantom
Remember
berry.
Purple
Phantom
Hills?
Purple
don't know why
Pills.
that's just a-
D12.
Purple pills.
But
Aye.
it was called Purple Hills on the pure like.
Aye, on the SMTV version.
Dun, dun,
I used to watch this on
dun,
TV.
dun,
what are you talking
dun.
about?
Man, D12 are tragic, man.
I remember going to see D12 in Glasgow and Eminem wasn't there, and they didn't tell you until you got there.
But was that not like the SECC
I've
as
seen
well?
them. I've seen
Yes.
them.
Aye, like sell all the
And then
tickets
they all
on-
came on,
Yeah.
and there was like a
11.
rumble in the crowd of going like, I don't think Eminem's here, and I was just like, no, but they wouldn't sell it to the SCCC. And honestly,
Yeah, they would,
when the
man.
Eminem, everyone was just like, it just started emptying.
Of course.
Mental.
Just people going up the
They
road.
probably had that at every show they went to. But I mean, for me, I would never. It's like if Eminem was there, you would just
The
know.
fight music was good though, right?
They had the more
They had a few good jams.
the more like thugged out stuff they did was decent, but the the kind of comical side of it was tragic. That my band, what's the fat guy called? Bizarre.
Fuck.
He was on D12.
good a minute.
Maybe not all D12. Maybe were on the official remix to "Hands Up for Detroit" because they're from Detroit. There's an official version with them rapping on it. That's honking,
sad,
man.
In fact, I've never heard that. It says all about
You
it.
better play it. You better play it tonight.
What's your score for the Grapetiser?
I'm going 2.2.
What's your slow?
What's your slow for the Grapetiser?
What's the problem with your slow?
I'm gonna go 2.5. I like it, but it's like I'm taking 0.5 off for the upfront.
Is it quite easy to get, or did you have to? Was that a bit of
Oh, you like it?
I just want to know if it's like.
I think I got that from that
place.
Sansa,
Okay.
South Africa, New Zealand. But
Sansa.
you might get it in like a Metal Munchies. In fact, do you know what? I saw it in Central Park 24/7.
Okay. I'll probably give it maybe like a.
You're a frequent or all these
I'll only give it a 2.
establishments.
I give it a 2.4. Not because it's not a decent soft drink, but just it's fucking basic, man.
That gives great.
Don't bring your slaw around.
Show
here,
them they can.
That gives Great
Let 'em
Ties
know.
a 2.4 on average.
Grapetiser.
We haven't really had that.
Imposter syndrome. There must be a time that you two have been in a situation where you're just
man.
like,
Thought, shouldn't be
I
here.
shouldn't be here.
I remember doing Spice Girls.
I was going to say, like, not to, like, because I know
Yeah.
Spice Girls is a big one for you, but, like, there must be a point where you're, like, looking around that whole stadium going,
Do you know-
this is the fucking Spice Girls. I shouldn't be doing this.
It wasn't the Spice Girls part though. It was, I remember. So we started the
It was
show.
when the Sheik showed up.
Everybody get
shake.
in. Everybody get in. We'd kind of got it going, and then it was once the show's up and running. There's not really anything else for me as event manager to do until we're kicking everybody out because we get prepped for that. But I'm standing up at the top of the stadium, just looking down at all these people, and I'm like, I should. I didn't do this. I didn't make sure all these people get
You're like,
in here safely.
I might just dip.
I need
It's
to get
enough.
here.
I've had enough.
But I definitely there's times like that, but it's more about the amount of people that you're squeezing into one space than the fact that oh my god, that's the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
I was just very aware when I was directing these videos. I was like, there needs to be someone that takes charge. That is my job. And I've never done this before, really.
Yeah.
And when I did do the first thing I directed, I was directing 2 actors and a small crew. Whereas now I was like, I had a band putting their sort of reputation on the line for me. And I was just like, and the way that all came about was that when I pitched the ideas, Sam was just kind of like, aye, sounds good, mate. Let's do it. And I was like, where is the pushback?
Yeah.
Like, why is there's no challenge on this? And
Because
I'm like,
you
everyone
want-
is just
in
like,
a way you want something from them so that you're like, well, if it goes tits up, it wasn't just me. We
Yeah.
pow out, but he's like, if you think that'll work, let's go.
that's what
You're
it's like. You know, so I was just like, oh,
Aye,
cool.
if you think that'll be good, we'll do that.
There was a bit where I was
if
just
you'll
like,
tell me this is going to be a hit, cool, I'll go with it. But
was,
you don't really get too many moments like you're saying. A lot of things you do, you would have had that. If you get a moment to step back and go, oh, I'm in my head now. But most times when you're doing something where you could experience imposter syndrome, you're like, it's all moving so fast, and it's not until like you get up the road, you're just like, like you just think, I just get that alive. You probably nailed it, but you're just like, oh, I never want to do that again, man. Then a couple of days pass, and you're like, nah, I'm a don, man.
So do you know where I'll have imposter syndrome?
well,
Tonight.
Dust
Off the headphones.
Right,
both of you are dusting off the headphones, really?
Ah, yeah, I suppose.
I blew dust off mine on Monday, so I'm like, I was actually just not surprised, but I was
surprised.
So
just how good I was.
to rewind, clubs reopen
Yep.
on Monday
Yep.
in Scotland, and tonight kicks off the first weekend of clubs
yeah.
reopening.
So weird that we've had this such a long time of like everyone being cautious and loads of fucking COVID fucking forever. But and then on the dime they just fucking go, fuck it, everything's open.
Yeah.
No, like we'll put it to like reduce caps and that.
But it
The foot-
was.
but they
a
had-
wee
it
bit.
was,
is
they
a
just-
wee
It
bit.
is to an
clubs.
extent, but I mean, like the fucking football is like fully back, like minus like
not
a wee
yet.
bit.
It's not fully back. They were yesterday, but that was a special.
Big, from 2 weeks ago to now, the world's very different for
Yes.
us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
no, I appreciate that. And I mean, a lot of people I've been speaking to, like DJs and guys in the States, are like, "Oh, I did one and I felt anxious," and I was like, I was kind of overwhelmed by just how fucking good it felt and how much people were up for it.
How was it, and how did it start? Like, was it mad? Was it because I remember seeing videos when it opened in England, and
Yeah.
it was like dance floor, and it was like a wee kind of mini balcony, a couple of steps down the dance floor, and they were all counting down to jump on the dance
So
floor.
we did a similar thing, man. We had like we had tables, and then after midnight it was like all bets were off basically, and it was like, mate, it honestly felt like 5 New
So
Years.
see, up
in
until
once.
midnight, were people meant to stay at the table?
Well, just everyone was kind of chilling, and then we started to filter in like the
And then
walk-ins.
did the
I
stewards
seen
come in
the
and kick
countdown.
COVID out at midnight? Did they
Well,
come
we
in and
just
get
like,
COVID out?
we just everyone went. We just blew it away. But I mean, it's not even real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if you know your Norwegian soft drinks, you'll know it's not real. But
What is yours? Is that Andy's DJing the night with you?
I know.
well, we ironed out a wee bit of logistics around it. There was some concern, but now
What were
it's
you
like.
concerned about? That
Well,
Andy was
I
having
thought
to go-
I was in the hood room.
I thought he was in to do. For anyone listening, me and Andy are actually in the same club tonight. I thought Andy was doing a straight hip hop room tonight, which I was just like, not that
Andy
he,
doesn't even know any hip hop songs.
not that he couldn't hit iTunes and add to his Fat Joe, What's Love and Crazy in Love and all those ones with some Stormzy and some J Hus, but I was just like, I don't know if he's going to enjoy it, and then it just. The drop that we're going to be opening the 3 rooms, and Andy can just go in and blaze that indie trail, which he's done time and time again,
Do you know,
So
that was the weird thing though. So I was like, I've not properly DJ'd in a few years.
Yeah.
I've done bits and bobs. I mean, I've no issues.
Can you
doing
look
it.
at your glad rags?
So I was like, I better go see if there's any major ones that I'm missing. And I was like, I'll go and look up some playlists and stuff like that. Indie playlists in clubs haven't changed in about fucking 15 years.
It's because there's no
Facts.
indie music anymore.
But
Well, there
look,
isn't.
surely they shouldn't be having indie rooms anymore.
Well,
Something must
briefly,
be replacing it.
well,
People still.
we briefly had propaganda in as part of the Fridays when the ABC went
Yeah.
down. So propaganda came to.
But that's the kind of main.
Kokomo.
If somebody's looking for a indie playlist, propaganda's where you're going to go.
Dan from propaganda. They brought some of their residents in. They have a kind of they have their guys that do, and then eventually they were like, right, it's not really working great. What if we put Al back in the main room? He'll play quite a lot of indie, but he'll kind of like try and appease our normal punters. And Dan was like, cool. And then I got sent like the pure file, which is like the propaganda 100.
Aye.
And I was like, right, cool, man. I was like, and I just scanned down. I was like, well, I have all these tunes. Like,
Yeah.
And I just thought there were, with the exception of bands like maybe,
The Zootons?
I mean, I had the Zootons, man. But I think people,
Let-
Blossoms is maybe, Charlemagne Blossoms is maybe quite a big song.
Yeah. I
Which
mean, there's like Blossoms, Sam Fender. There's a few. Like,
Catfish in the Ball, man.
What about bands like?
But there's no like new Mr. Brightside.
the vaccines. Is that? An
But
indie?
again,
even in the vaccines,
that's
They're
old,
big now.
man.
10
They're
years
big
old.
now.
Yeah.
No, they're big now again.
Oh no, but I know, but the big
Have you seen?
tunes-
Have you seen the thing on the phone though? Go on your phone. Go to Instagram on your phone. Somebody's got a phone. You've got a phone. Instagram on your phone. Type in the vaccines.
I mean, surely that all I'm going to get is
Just on
On
Instagram.
Insta?
Type in the vaccines. Search for your favorite band, the vaccines, and just marvel at what Instagram is doing right now.
looking for vaccine info.
It doesn't even give you the band.
Aye.
You need to hit more info.
Oh yeah, that's mad.
That's so funny.
How bad is that?
That's so crazy.
I mean, I wonder if that's why they're big now. Surely.
But how bad is that? It's like somebody's like.
Oh, new single, Double Jabbed.
Who's
but-
that? I'm trying to remember about Maximo Park. Is that not like a pure?
That's
But they-
ancient though.
But are these
in
like
one
I'm
song?
sorry, I'm thinking about like is this on the 100, the top 100?
Oh yeah.
Oh, these were all in it.
Yeah, that's I wasn't saying
Franz
about now.
Ferdinand, White Stripes, like
I'm trying to think of who else. I'm thinking
Killers,
like the
Razor
Garage.
Light, all these
Remember
people.
the put the Attic.
Wombats are kind of getting back now, but it's all still their old stuff.
Who
That's
else
big.
was there?
But that's what I'm
Block
saying.
Party, are they in it?
Yeah, Future Heads.
Well, who's look at maybe that it just isn't. What was it last like?
Whoa, what was the band? Remember that band that was Razor Light?
Oh,
Deep.
these are like class, man.
But they,
But they
but
disappeared.
those two
What
tunes,
did?
like In the Morning, America,
America was good.
but like it's like you're saying, when was the last time you were like, oh, there's 4 guys with like, in a band
Yeah.
with guitars and shit, like, just ruling the world? It's just not a thing. Maybe it's more like what you're saying, like
Don't say that.
Aye, Nick just done 2 videos.
we just did 2 videos for a band.
I didn't see any guitars.
That's true.
Well, it's a new era, but like it's more the Sam Fenders, the George Ezra, the kind of
Yeah.
the one man guys, that are like maybe holding that down. Because really, I think that's you have these waves where people like turntables or whatever outsell guitars, and then obviously that era of like I always say The View, because I feel like when people think about when The View was out, see when The View was out, like indie was really booming, and every wee guy was like, I'm in a band.
Yeah.
But
And
would you
then it's
not
now
say
I think
that-
it's like guys are like, I'm kind of like Ed Sheeran. I'm the guy with the acoustic. I just do all my own.
But don't you
the
think-
snuts and all that? I guess I
But
like
don't you think
this.
in the UK
new
though
wave.
that like the UK bands are still maybe like not in the charts at the moment, but like in terms of like live performance,
Yeah, there
bands
must
are
still-
still like
Yeah, I mean, like Transmit's coming up.
There's
in
still a
weeks.
scene. It's
So, like,
very indie hit, like not indie, but it's very like
Liam Gallagher's.
But that's what I'm saying.
headline.
Like live performances in the UK are still like dominated by bands.
but just not by.
If you
like,
think about the biggest like sort of like gigs that could happen in the UK, like Liam Gallagher, Noel Gallagher, Biffy.
I mean, I think you're missing some big like Coldplay.
I was going to say, but then
Yeah,
I was
but
going to say like Arctic Monkeys as well.
Yeah.
Like these are like
Yeah,
But these are all kind of like.
bands.
But at a point, I bet Razorlight were doing big venues. I bet.
yeah.
Oh,
You know, I
of
bet
course.
all these. There was like a lot of new shit going on.
Where is Razorlight?
Well, I did Razorlight 3 years ago, middle of the day, 5,000 Cap
Cortinas.
Festival.
Was this Transmit?
Aye, so Cortinas, and I knew like Ian Brown was
The guy
on
for the Ninth Wave has served me vegan food in Barhead.
but like like Chemical. I'm looking forward to the Chemical
I
Brothers.
don't know anything about the Chemical
But
Brothers.
again, that's like they're so
Oh,
old.
yeah, it is. It's
And not in a bad way. I just mean like
Yeah,
there's
it's-
not even really like a new.
Amy McDonald, Snow Patrol.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
that, that was the day that
Snow Patrol's a bit of a sleeper, isn't it?
Lewis Capaldi was supposed to be on that day, but that was when it was 2020. So
Why is he not doing it now?
he's busy.
Well, I tell you what. Do you know what there's?
Is he doing what?
Do you know what there's bands that are quite like is there's bands like churches and like churches.
I think churches would be on that if the two members for churches lived in the UK.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I think like the Reading and Leeds lineup is a weird one. I suppose they're kind of prove your point again.
Jerry
Jerry Cinnamon.
Cinnamon's that high up.
Jerry Cinnamon.
That's
In-
a big
in
one.
England.
One man band. Yeah,
He's selling out
he's
arenas
killing it.
nationwide.
What is? That's mad. He doesn't really have any jams though.
You kidding?
He's got the jams.
Belter?
You are a belter. She
That's like, don't you think She Is a Belter is a bit of a Scottish thing?
she is a melter. It's very Scottish, but obviously people
Mate,
are.
But what are
They,
these?
they buy into him.
I didn't buy into him until I saw
I still
the
didn't buy any.
Transmit. The Transmit. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. In fact, it was the last time Liam Gallagher played, and he had the biggest crowd of the day, bigger than the headliners. It was wild,
Yeah.
wild. And then when I saw how quickly Hamden sold out for him, I was like,
Here, look at that disclosure type. That's the sanctuary type.
That's what it is. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So like Reading and Leeds are doing a main stage 1, main stage 2. So like Stormzy headline main stage 1, Catfish and the Bottom Line headline main stage 2, and then that's Post Malone main stage 1, Disclosure main stage 2.
Who's Young Blood? But I was going to say about like rock bands, like
Well, there's a lot of acts like
In America right
Young
now?
Blood, Slow Tie,
Yeah.
even that Kid Laroi, even who's a bit posted, but like not I wouldn't say like pop rock crossover, but just like a really new take on.
Yeah.
have you seen this thing in America right now? It's
Most
like
of them, most of them have all got bands. But
That's
it's
what I'm
just-
saying,
it's a-
yeah.
It's a one
it's
man.
like a Travis Barker renaissance where he's like sort of like masterminding all these like
Machine Gun Kelly.
Olivia Rodriguez, Willow Smith, like and they're all doing like
Yeah.
pop punk essentially.
'Cause
But
I'm-
like
I'm
he's
gonna
like the
to
pure
London-
grandfather of it all.
I'm going down to London at the end of the month, and it's doing 3 festivals. Saturdays are Afro Caribbean festival, then Sundays are Return to Dance, and then Mondays a metal festival being headlined by Architects and Machine Gun Kelly. I mean, Machine Gun Kelly's not like that's such a weird
I
one. to
can't
put up
believe
against
Post Malone and like and then underneath Post Malone is Two Door Cinema Club. Like
Dude,
I
Post
can't
Malone is
believe
like-
Two Door Cinema Club are that big again.
Post Malone's like huge. I know
Post
that's
Malone's huge.
Post Malone's
That's
enormous. That's what I'm saying. But
facts.
the fall off between not
he-
offense to
if-
Two Door, but like that is
the-
not someone you'd expect to see underneath Post Malone.
Yeah, the weird thing is like he's the only non-British act really played any UK festivals this year, and that's
Well, Machine Gun Kelly as well.
It doesn't say Machine Gun.
He's
Where's
there.
Machine
He's
Gun Kelly
underneath
doing this?
Biffy Clyro
So it is.
Dude, you're
and Wolf Alice.
my eyesight's gone. Oh, I see it now.
Wolf Alice is
Um,
American as well, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, well, okay, he's definitely the biggest. Like he's the biggest.
Who, Post Malone?
Aye, the biggest
Aye.
non-UK act. Doing,
I'll tell you who I think's trash, man, at making music. KSI.
I couldn't even tell you what he does. Couldn't even tell you what his music.
It's like he's you know who he is though, the guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Who's
Mate,
the
he'll
guy?
box you.
Mate, I slap him, man.
Isn't
Slap
the
bandana off
the
his head.
boxing thing this weekend? No,
the
Tyron Woodley thing.
Jake Paul.
T
Was it
Wood.
20th? So that's
Oh,
maybe
it's
next weekend.
next week. He's gonna get his ass handed to him. By the way,
T Wood.
aye.
You think
think
that
so?
kid's gonna knock T Wood out?
I think
I think he
I
may
think
bottle it,
everyone is like, this is the same thing again. Well, it's a real fighter versus this fucking YouTuber, but
Is
I
Jake
think
Paul,
the way this is all geared up, not that I don't think it's faking it, but the way it's geared up, it's like he's not going to get that fight thinking he's going to lose, and nobody is regulating it. He's probably smashing so many like drugs and shit just to be like.
I mean, there's no Woodley looks in a lot better shape than Askren did. A lot better shape.
Oh, I mean, Askren is arguably the worst striker the UFC's ever had on the roster. That's a fact.
I know.
Like that's
and you put him into a boxing fight.
It's at least a part
But
of
that
the
guy
conversation.
can box a bit.
Who? Jake Paul?
Aye.
Yeah. Oh no, there's no. I'll give it. You can box.
He's
a bit.
not going to go and fight like Tyson Fury or anything.
What? See, it's not. I mean, Ben Askren getting knocked out. Oh, this
Tommy
other.
Fury
He
is
wants to
on,
fight.
No, but Tommy Fury's on the undercard for this.
Fighting
Fight
who?
who?
I don't know. I'll find it.
Is that?
Fighting his dad.
That's it. No, it's his dad, isn't it? Tommy Fury's the dad.
No, it's
No,
his son.
Tommy Fury's the son.
The dad is
Whose son?
Nick,
Fury's
Nick
son.
Fury. Fury Murray.
Who's the dad? The dad wanted to fight somebody recently.
The dad said he'd fight
Who did he say he'd
the
fight?
ghost of John Bon Jovi.
No, the
He
dad.
said,
would-
Fred Durst.
No, it wasn't Fred Durst. What's this?
I was trying to find the
Seawood.
whole card.
CBS. CBS.
CBD.
Hey, well, Tommy Fury versus Anthony Taylor.
Oh, Tony Taylor. Who's that?
Who's talking? Like,
He's not even like, is he way down the card?
Aye.
what age is Tyson Fury?
Jake Paul is a massive favourite. But look at that. Look at the co-main, I suppose, is a fucking 3-weight featherweight. Oh, it's women's 3-weight
women's,
featherweight
aye.
title. Daniel Dubois. I mean, he's like, there's big fighters on the undercard.
No, totally. But see the thing, what Mike Schenker's like, those people can't draw.
Yeah.
So,
no, I get it. Like,
no,
they're trying to get boxing to a new market. Like,
yeah, but I kind of, see, in all honesty, I kind of think it's trash, man. See, when I first get in the UFC, I just wanted Conor to win all the time and just be like, I'm the best, and I thought Conor's a shite, and I was like, amazing. See, the more I watched it, I was kind of like, I became more of a fan of like the sportsmanship of it and the thing of
The
going
more I
like,
watch Conor, the more I dislike him.
oh,
the more I see respect in the UFC, the more I'm just like, this sport's amazing. Like,
It's a martial
it shows you really like you can go in there, work it all out, and then you're like, we nearly killed each other in there, but good man, thanks for the opportunity. Like all that shit, like. So the idea
Instead
of this,
sitting with a broken leg going, your wife's in the DMs.
we're at the Wynn Hotel, baby, come through.
right, I'm cracking another one.
Yes,
Uh,
please. Yes, please.
I'll be so sad if T Wood gets like knocked out in the first round.
Aye.
But this, do you know what this just shows you?
No.
We're going for another one of your 5 a day.
Major Laser,
What is that?
Major Melon.
Mountain Dew.
Oh, literally. Oh, this is incredible.
Major
man.
Melon.
This
Yeah,
is
that
a,
looks,
this is a winner. Look at the
this
graphic,
looks
man.
interesting.
It literally get up your melon with an army hat on.
It kind of looks
Mountain
like a
Dew,
gremlin,
Major
doesn't it?
Melon.
I bet this is good, man.
Actually, do you know what it kind of reminds me of? There's something kind of like
Worms.
Little House. No, wait, what was that? I was going to say
Oh,
House of
Little
the Dead.
Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors about this can.
Yes.
Dew. So Major Melon.
What?
Dew
don't say Dew.
charged
What?
with
Don't say Dew.
watermelon.
Don't with the Jews.
You charged the Jews with what?
Flavour with other natural flavors.
Natural flavours.
Natural.
Natural.
This is the kind of shit I'm into, man.
Not a strong smell.
Oh, it's watermelon though.
It's the sleeper.
It's there.
I think it's that kind of.
It kind of has a kind of. It's got like that Jolly Rancher
It's,
watermelon.
it's very like
vibe.
the
it's a wee bit
other
like the other
watermelon
one,
drinks
yeah.
we've had before.
But it's also get that blunt sweetness that you get from these Mad Mountain Dew.
I'm into this.
I kind of fuck with this.
See, I'm not a fan of watermelon, so I'm not a huge fan.
My
but
favourite melon.
Is it?
Aye.
I don't know what other melons are there.
Cantaloupe. I fuck with cantaloupe, but not has to be a you can get a
Honeydew.
shite one.
Honeydew. That's
Honey.
another one.
Don't say Jew.
You nearly fucking spat that out.
Don't say do.
Do you know? I think the
Yeah, this is big. Joe, this would be good with. Like for
A
a
chippy?
quick cocktail.
Everything.
Quick cocktail like this. Rum.
I mean,
That
rum
just
just
flew
makes
up
it.
with a wee window.
Rum makes everything right.
This and rum, like kind of like watermelon the
This is
heel
rum.
vibe.
I know.
Crushed
I
ice.
think the first watermelon that we did. Do you remember it was red can, green bottom bit on it? It was like a
Oh yeah.
Korean.
It
thing.
looked like it was drawn.
In fact, it was called watermelon soda. I'm
So
sure.
it was. Yeah. What?
Watermelon sugar.
I think that was.
You said I. Watermelon
Oh no,
sugar.
it wasn't. So that
Okay, F. It is.
I genuinely thought that was one of the first episodes.
It is.
No,
It's not. It wasn't. No, that was.
2021. So
It wasn't watermelon, was it?
2021. Do you think?
I don't think it was watermelon. It was something different. Put in
I like the watermelon.
that OKF one is the plastic can.
My leg.
Was it?
OKF is the
Oh, you
plastic.
go watermelon soda.
There it
30th
is.
October. So it was. That was one of the first episodes.
That was a bad one.
We got a bad score.
I'm
But I
giving
think
this a
that's
good score.
No, I got a bad score because I trashed it.
Aye.
I'm
But
giving
we
this a
didn't
good
really
score.
talk it up. But I feel like we were ruthless back then.
Yeah, man.
We're a couple of we're big softies now, man.
I mean, look at that. Just below that, Cherry Cola. Nick giving it a 0.9.
You hate cherry coke now.
I don't fuck with it at all anymore.
And then Rubicon Mango,
is
you
quite
did the
good.
same.
0.9 is bad though.
Mate,
That's
that,
a-
new, that new chiller is. These
This-
are like
this
chilled
one?
to perfection,
Good,
man.
isn't
Jeez.
Shout out the Coca-Cola company for stocking Tesco with chills. I'm going to go 3.7 on the Mountain
Wow,
Dew
that's fucking strong.
Major.
That is massive.
I like that, man.
Major Melon. I'll probably.
Major
I'm not
Melon.
gonna go that high, but it's definitely up north of 3 for me. Probably up 3.3.
3.3.
3 points.
I can't give it that much. I can't give it above a 3.
You hate watermelons. though.
I'm not, so I'm giving it a 2.7. I mean, still saying it's decent, but I can't give it above a 3. But it does give it the average score of 3.2. Major Melon.
Go seek it out.
3.2.
I've not drank too much of anything because I'm gonna finish my favourite today.
How are you?
You know, I'm gonna.
I think your favourite's still to come.
I think your favourite's still to come.
You
'Cause
know.
I got a sneaky peek at it. By accident.
That was our 140-second review.
Jeez, 100,
Pretty crazy.
That's kind of insane.
40 seconds.
Like 142 different drinks.
I can't remember quite the conversation, but I was talking to someone on that thing, and I ended up telling them about the podcast because I think whatever the conversation was, I was heading off to get something, and I was
Talk
like
to somebody on what thing, sorry?
the Crown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
what?
whoa.
The
You
Crown.
want to
bag.
educate people? Are you like in the movies now, son?
I'm pretty much in the movies, mate. Pretty much in the movies, running around getting stuff for people. But I think I was going to
Are you
get.
still on that?
Nah, just did a week.
A week
And
on the
they were
Crown?
like, I was like,
How was it?
It was good. Aye, it was a long week, man. If you really work for your money on these things, man. Aye, a lot. Kind of.
Can you shed any secrets?
I was everywhere.
Did you have to
the
sign
Crown.
an NDA?
I did sign an NDA.
There
Aye.
you go. Well,
But
don't get caught out on a podcast. Then.
no, the one thing I can say, a lot of midges.
A lot of midges in the Crown
Where,
this
where
season.
was it?
Would
Probably one of the things you can't say.
no, you can say like around
it's in the papers.
It was like Aviemore, like around Aviemore up north,
No.
a wee bit further north towards Elgin, and just really like mad
Shooting all the Scottish
locations.
stuff.
I like just some random stuff.
What do they call it? Balmoral Castle.
Yeah.
Balmoral's
You can visit that.
not to shoot the Crown apparently.
No, but you can like actually like punters can go to it.
yeah.
Maybe
But
they just cut it off when the Queen's in residence.
so I literally I mean to get a picture because it was, but I didn't really
Do you
want
think the Queen watches the Crown?
they probably not. But I thought did Mary and Hagen,
Mary and Hagen.
Harry and Meghan not say they've seen some of it like.
Don't know.
If someone made a TV show about you and your family, would you watch it?
I think you need to. I mean, without my permission, like effectively, that's what
suppose,
the Crown is.
Would you
need
not
to
just
be
like,
like,
be out of
Jinx,
interest?
someone at the palace was like, I'm going to binge this first season and I'll just let you know what we're dealing with here.
yeah.
But
Like, this is good, by the way.
but see to be honest though, like
Did you really do that, your dad?
the Queen is like, it's like kind of.
I've never watched the Crown.
Do you think the
I've never watched
Queen,
it.
like, obviously the idea of a monarchy is kind of out of touch anyway, but do you think like what they're into, like what they get up to in their gaff is like out of touch? Or do you think they
I heard
throw on
she still plays the
Netflix?
Wii. She's
The
still got a
Wii?
Nintendo Wii. She's not
Mate.
even got a fucking PS5 or anything.
How good is Wii Golf? That's why.
Golf's the
Think
shit.
on Wii Bowling as well.
Wii Ball.
Wii Boxing. That was another one.
Aye.
No, do you not think in a way that like, do you think there's like a vibe of this sitting around like game of bridge in the night? Or like, do we pull a
Probably
weird
not.
old?
Croquet?
Do you know? What I
She's
said?
not throwing on Netflix, is she?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Do you think the
and if
Queen-
she does, is she getting comped? Like,
Aye.
is she getting a promo code?
Or is,
Not-
or is she using like fucking Charles's? And
Mate,
they just got a
imagine when
family
the thing
account.
comes up at the start and it's just like
Queen Charles.
and fucking Andrews at the end, man.
And it's the kids.
It's the kids one.
Oh,
I really hate
Jesus.
that one.
But
Jesus.
it's too topical.
Yeah, he's back in the news.
Fucking-
He said that as if like Razor Lighter back.
No, but like I
back in
don't
the
actually
news, why?
know.
They've properly
I
found
don't know
a lawsuit.
what's happened.
They've
There's a civil case in America.
So it's like
Oh,
the
really?
idea of like that's like we're not saying it, and it's like you're gonna have to say something. Someone's gonna have to say something about
But
something.
Charles already come out and says, he can't really be a royal anymore. He's
Aye.
like, he's
Charles has said that.
he's like,
To who?
well, I don't know, maybe it was
Oprah.
like came out from our source, but it was like he can't come back to like his public duties or anything like
Nah.
that.
They kind of that's
He can't come round.
they
for-
kind of knew that shit anyway. Did they
Aye,
not?
fuck. I mean, obviously they were just like, look, we're gonna do what we can here, but this is
What is he meant to have done again? Hung about with young girls.
hang about. Fucking
Hangabouts.
that might be
I'll
what
try
he
to put it
says when he
politely,
gets.
but
He actually tried to buy my email address off me.
the virgin children at hotmail.com.
What I was, so I've not watched all The Crown. You've seen it all. Obviously,
Yes.
it kind of goes through these eras.
Yes.
And what I was saying, see the way it's going. See when it maybe catches up. Megan could probably just jump in and play herself, man, because she's going to be looking for some deal, man. She'll just be like, look, there's going to be a Harry and Meghan bit. She's like, well, let me get that, man.
Aye.
Let me get that. Let me get that
That's
role.
dangerous, isn't it?
I mean, that's where it might.
It
I mean,
might
why the
actually,
fuck not?
why would you if you were like Netflix and like the showrunners of The Crown,
You're at least
and you
throwing
take
it out
it-
there to an agent.
but you take it up to that point, it's like we're probably gonna get told no, but
Aye,
let's ask the
we
question.
need to ask the question.
I'm learning that in show business right now. Is like just ask,
Yeah.
because if they say no, they say no.
Yeah.
If they say yes, then you better figure out how to do it.
But the other one is, what is it? Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Aye.
That's Andy's motto.
Who, Prince Andrew?
I thought he was a prince. Same thing, man.
Oh,
Prince
man.
Drew.
Then
could call me
with
Drew.
the last drink, I think we'll probably end up spending a bit of time talking about it. So I'm going to crack it out.
Well, why don't we try and make our guess what it could be?
I mean, that's like literally going, what do you think? I don't know. I can see a code. Oh, no, it's a code, right?
So there is a code, and it is a glass bottle.
CCM, so it's obviously a pair of skates.
Aye.
Maybe some super text, some 952s. Coca-Cola.
Just because you said skates, played hockey last night.
Oh, did you?
Did a fabulous fall. Caught that was skating back. Was caught the back edge, straight up in the air, landed in my tailbone, straight through the spine, and like through my
That's
neck
you.
back. So I'm like quite. So I've got whiplash.
Let's
Full on
close
whiplash.
the thing for one
The
sec.
worst.
Quick sidebar, just because you're talking about falling at hockey, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was coming back to ice hockey, this is probably 10 years ago, for my first sort of hiatus from it, I went to join your team at the time, which was the Paisley Panthers, yours and Jordan's team. But there was too many players in your team. And Ronnie...
I remember us having a meeting about that. Just tell them there's too many.
Tell them too many players. Ronnie, who ran your team, who had his son on the ice that night, and he's like, he's started a team and they need players. I was like, I don't care, so I play. So like, I just joined this team, Glasgow.
What
The
were they called?
Glasgow Chiefs. So in the sort of process of the season, we were like, it was insane. We didn't even some games we went with not even 2 lines. So you're just on all night.
Aye.
But I remember like as we were like trying to recruit people, Simon, the guy who like ran the thing, he's like, I've got a ringer coming tonight. I was like, amazing. He's like, we're going to like, he's going to come straight and play in the game. He says he's ready for it. I'm like, brilliant. What's his name? His name's Andre. I was like, Andre? I was like, is he Russian? He's like, no, he's from Czech. I'm like, Czechs play hockey.
Yeah.
I'm like, we could have a guy.
This is it.
He went on the ice with his guards on.
I did
A
that 2
game
weeks ago.
warm up.
I did that 2 weeks
A
ago in
game
practice.
warm up. He just went straight on. Clatter went down like Bambi, and I was just like,
That was
for anyone
out
doesn't
for the
know,
season.
that's like plastic.
Yeah.
It's
you
like
get no chance of
plastic covers for your blade on your ice skate. He went on the ice with those and just went straight in the air, like injured himself. And like we didn't get to see him play into the second period when he went on and fell over again. And we were like, he can't play.
It's
He's
like
not
when,
even like he's like the opposite of a ringer.
when
So,
Michael
like-
picked Stanley to play basketball in season 1.
So like for the past wee while playing hockey, we're not allowed in the changing rooms or anything like that.
Yeah.
We need to get changed outside, put our skates on outside, everything, walk in with your guards on.
No way.
3 weeks ago, both straight
Straight
on.
in.
I was first guy on the ice. I'll go on and get the goals on and in position, be that good guy, team player. Straight on.
Did you ever used to do the prank with the tape?
Oh, every
was the
day.
best,
See, I
man.
used to work in ice rinks,
Oh,
so we used
shit.
to do it with the higher skates.
Oh,
like folk that were already couldn't skate were getting
So
tape
good.
on their
That's so
blades.
bad.
Light
One ti-
tape, that nice
One
thick,
time
clear
we
tape.
just taped that guy's seat up, man. See, when I look back, it was so harsh, man. He was like,
there was a definite bullying
there
culture.
there really was, man. And it was so bad because you just had to get, once you're on the right side, like once you're just like, right, cool, I'm
just
in
make
with
sure
the
you're
right
not the
people.
victim.
Aye, and it's like, but I'm not really that like, but we just like taped his seat, man. You just think like, fucking.
You know
hell.
that pre-skate before a game?
He had
See, when I was-
no one
was
helped
young-
him take it off. And
See,
like, he'd be like,
See when I was like, see when I was at under 14s, a guy from the Scot one came in. I don't know why. I think maybe like his wee brother, someone was playing a team or somebody came in and he was trying to get his brother to wear these like leg weights for like the pre-skate. And he wouldn't wear them. I was like, I'll wear them. And I remember doing the pre-skate and then my first shift, I was like, I'm so fast.
Just because you said about like being short-handed, you know, we played last night. We just did an hour and a half scrimmage, and we only had 7 guys on each team, and they were like, "We'll just do 5-on-5," and I'm like, "No, fuck that." But we ended up doing 5-on-5 for an hour and a half with 2 guys on the bench.
it's like your dream when you're a
That
wee
is
guy, and then as you get
Oh.
older, you're like, I don't want to do that, man.
See when there's
I
like,
just played D.
do you know what my thing is? I always was.
Sorry, son of a bitch, just tripped over the blue line.
I always liked when you had a short practice and it was like of less people and you were like, it only happened like a few times with like this one coach, but he would bring the goals to the blue line and make a smaller ring.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's better. I'll play 3-on-3 in that. That's actually more fun than 5-on-5 at the full ice. And you're like,
The rules we've been playing to were 4-on-4 for quite a while. Sometimes even 3-on-3, like way back in the first, like allowing back in rinks. So see, we played on Tuesday at Kilmarnock and we went to full 5-on-5 with like 8 players on the bench. I'm like, this is too busy.
Yeah, man.
This is crazy. Like, what's going on here? There's no space to move on the ice. It was weird.
I know, especially Kilmarnock, man.
But when I was
That rink is smaller than.
Aye, it was a small
I
rink.
always remember.
But I was air last night.
Yeah.
But playing last night, there was points where I was like, I'm an old guy. I can't keep up with these wee boys anymore, man. This is brutal. Like, it was tough going.
I've not done the skates in a long time, man.
I think I was at your last skate.
But
You
the
came on at
pond,
the fire brigade.
fire
thing.
brigade practice, aye.
I really enjoyed that skate at Christmas on the
Aye.
the
we need-
field.
Oh
Aye,
yeah, yeah,
aye.
you guys cracked.
You're like, do you want to go skating a log? I'm like, aye, we get that, man. It's a field. It's a field of dreams.
Right, you got to put a guess out here or not?
Coca-Cola.
Just do it. You know what it is.
I don't know what it is. Coca-Cola something.
What do you want it to be based on all that chat?
Mango.
Fuck's sake.
Fuck that. I know. What chat?
All the hockey chat.
Would you not like a Quebec maple
Oh no way.
Coca-Cola?
This is
Oh, I'm just.
native for me.
Is this how you get down? You had this?
No.
No.
I've not had it. I bought it and I bought some.
But you know, I'm a dual citizen of
Yeah.
of Canada and of
Quebec?
Scotland.
Quebec.
So, I'll press that button.
Do you know a lot of the streets in East Kilbride are named after Canadian cities? Do you know that?
No, I don't. Can I ask? Let me ask.
That primary school's on Vancouver Drive.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Here's a question, right? This is a beautiful ball, isn't it?
It's good, isn't it?
Right,
And
so
it has the leaf on it and
It's as
everything.
good as
So
it gets.
I-
Blue top. Is that not like?
I also got red top, British Columbian raspberry cola.
What?
And I tanned both of them. They were so good.
Who is this guy?
I've not had this yet.
I don't even want to own this.
I've got another bottle in the fridge for you, mate.
Have you really?
I mean, it's like this is the best bottle you can get for Coke.
Smells
I have never seen.
smells kind of burnt. It smells like burnt cola.
Toasted maple, baby.
Have you seen a thing they do in Quebec where they you get ice? You could probably do it in the kitchen. Get a block of ice, and you pour maple syrup on it. And as the syrup starts to freeze, you wrap it up in a stick, like a lollipop stick, and then
make
you
a
have
wee
this like
maple
wee
pop.
maple pop.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, is it sweetened by maple syrup?
Yeah, damn it.
Or is it made to taste like maple syrup? That's how it's sweetened.
It says that in the box. Fucking hell, that's good.
That's good.
Now, not because I'm like my
Oh,
whole
for
life I've
fuck's
been
sake.
like a pure Canada which I have been, and then I became a Canadian citizen. But
Fucking hell,
I
man.
fuck so heavy. I fuck so heavy with maple syrup. It's unreal.
I know. I mean, what's not to like about it?
That burnt
See, every time I go and
syrup
visit
taste
Jordan,
is dynamite.
every time I visit Jordan, I get those. I buy the good maple syrup, the grade A stuff, and the dark stuff at the farmers market. But I also buy like maple pops the whole time I'm there, and just like
Take
basically
me to the
live.
farmer's market, cover me in maple syrup, jack me off. What's that blended
The
blanco
only thing
shit?
I'd say is I wish I'd bought more
We
of
told me
the,
jack me off.
the, ras-
What you
the
talking about? Jack me up.
I wish I bought more of the raspberry ones.
Really?
And we could maybe have just double dunted.
This is unreal, by the
I
way.
know.
This is so good.
My brain is just going. It's like
I can taste
I know,
the maple though.
but it's just it's right in that sweet spot of like it's not a maple it's not maple syrup flavored juice. It's
that
like
could really have been overdone.
this is fucking crazy, man. This is one of these things where I just can't like. I just want to lord this over
I
people
just
that
love
have had
this. The maple leaf and everything, man.
You know when like a brand does a collab with something, but like they get full access to the
Yeah,
IP
yeah,
and they're like, can we like? It's not a great example, but Travis Scott going like that. Can I make the swoosh twice as big and turn it backwards? And they're like, stay what you want.
Can I change the Happy Meal box?
Aye,
And
like
all
shit like
yeah.
that. It's like to get to get like the blue top on that. It's like
Yeah.
it's pretty big. It's a pretty big deal.
Like so I mean the one that must have been like a Canada.
Where's that box thing you had?
It's over there. There must have been like the two Canada editions because the other one I said was British Columbia.
Is this limited or is this a constant thing?
I
I
don't
wonder
know.
what an Ontario edition maybe.
I tell you something, man. If you're making a smoky cokey,
Can you imagine like every country got like their own thing? What would Scotland's be?
haggis.
Haggis Coke.
So I mean,
brew flavored coke.
Look at that box.
I
know.
look at that. Like the wee.
Show the people on the other bit.
I can't
Everything
because that our camera switched off.
Oh, has it?
But the wee, what is it you call them? The wee Nordique symbols.
They're fleur de lis.
That's the one.
I actually was like, and this is so cheesy. I was looking at getting a fleur de lis chain made. I was going to start wearing a chain with a fleur de lis on it.
All right, Chuck.
I think I might get one now, Chuck.
Right.
Now that I've sampled this,
The
'cause
fleur de lis chains for everyone.
Over 130 years ago, Dr. John Pemberton created the very first Coca-Cola. Soon after, soda shops began adding tasty local flavours. The maple harvest is one of Quebec's most cherished traditions. It's this springtime tradition that inspired us to create our newest local flavour using the maple syrup from La Belle province. This flavour creates a unique twist on a timeless
So cool,
taste
man.
while honouring Quebec's passion for all things maple. I mean, the box itself was class.
I remember the only time I've been to Montreal. The only time, but see, as soon as we hit it happened twice on the drive. We first entered the thing, it's like, you're now entering Quebec. And I was like, this is nuts. Like, I've heard of this my whole life. The hockey team I support, my dad,
Pour one out,
all
man.
the stuff. See, as soon as I hit Montreal, all the hairs mom stood up out of pure like excitement, but like also out of this pure hang of going like, like my family came from here.
Yeah.
Like they weren't they born here, but they all found their way to this like one mad place in the other side of the
Facts.
world.
I
It's
thought
kinda
Montreal
weird.
was weird. I suppose because you literally cross a border and I
It's
mean,
got-
I,
do
say,
you know
I
what the
don't mean
thing
a
I-
country border when it just becomes French.
There's a
French.
weird thing in I found about Montreal was that it reminded me of like Glasgow and Edinburgh butted together. But like, so you have Glasgow, all the downtown stuff. Then you've got the Edinburgh part, which is like the French Quarter, and it's like all the old cobble streets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then there's like East Kilbride is like also there as well. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's like a bit where it's like let's see where the Olympic Stadium and all that is. It's just like a
Soviet.
new kind of like it's square. Everything's like rectangles. See, if
Right.
I was a hoarder, I would keep that box, keep that like.
I know.
I'm
Just
not
have one
trying
day.
not to be that guy,
Right,
but this
I
is-
don't. I'm going to ask not the question. I'm going to ask a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult was it to get this here today?
Not very.
That's what I like to hear. Don't tell anyone where you got it because we're going to go and just buy it all, man.
I was thinking if like we take a wee trip straight after us
For the cop.
and we go and get.
Obviously, we're at the secret location, so you. I don't want to tell. This is fucking. This. I mean,
Is it
we're
nearby?
Hey, what did you say?
No.
Sure.
It may be
I mean,
nearby.
no,
I don't know
I
the
mean,
school's location.
There is two places I know that we can get this.
Let's wrap this up. Man.
Score. But it's tough, man. 'Cause we're going scores.
I thought you had to be on a thing.
I do, but it's only 20 minutes.
What are the schools George does?
Fuck. What do you do with this, man?
See, it's weird for me. So I'm cola
Can
guy.
you?
I love it.
You are a cola guy. Can you give your score first? I am scared right now because my score is coming from a.
So I do love Coke. Weirdly, a lot of what I'm doing now is I'm actually drinking Pepsi. Pepsi's like my daily at the moment. So I'm a wee bit off the cola train, but it is dynamite. It is up there with the best colas we've
I
ever
think so.
had.
I like glass bottle Coke anyway.
Yeah.
What did we give? Did we not give it was a high 3 for Coca-Cola Mexican, was it not?
Mexican. I think the hype on that was too much.
So I mean, I've fired it up so that you can see all your scores.
Where is a Coca-Cola Mexican?
Coca-Cola. That's Cheerios. Coca-Cola
MX there
Mexican.
as well.
Yeah, 3.7.
Would I give it 3.7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But that sort of fell short when we actually had it.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely not quite up there.
I think I know what mine is.
I mean, I
That's really good, man. Do you know what it is though? It's pretty chill. Like it's not. It's just
it's not overpowering.
no.
at all.
But I mean, it's just like it's very grown up. It's not like going like that. What's the if someone known people say, "Oh, what's the best things you've had?" And you're like, "Oh, we had the fucking like some mad shit." Like none of those flavors, like banana or something. I guess it's
Bourbon.
Jupino's a good one up there, I think.
Yeah.
But like that could see if Mountain Dew made that. There's an entire fucking bottle of maple syrup getting pulled into that bottle.
Yeah. They've just get this. They've got us right.
Right, I'm going 4.1. I can't give it the 4.2. 4.2 for me is reserved for Doritos, which I still think is the best Coke. And the only other 4.2 I've given out is to the IBC.
What
Black
is the
Cherry.
leaderboard right now? The very top of the leaderboard?
Very top of leaderboard still Club Mac Cola with 4.2.
That's the overall score for Club Mac Cola is 4.2. All right, you want to go?
I think you should go.
I think that's probably my high. I don't know what my high score is, but
I can tell you right now if you want.
let me just. Oops, that's lost. Let's see. I gave the Club Mac.
A 4.3.
Ah, well, this is easy for me then. This for me. I think that's a 4.5. I think it is. This is like so understated, but just everything about it's a flip. Do you know what and I must score something
that's
just for
ordered for you there, by the way.
just for the vibe of the box of the.
I already know about this.
So that I've just shown you what your top.
I know,
scores
but
that
I
you've
know
given
what I was giving this anyway.
it. Okay.
4.7.
I knew you were going to give that. That is insane. That's an insane score.
You're off your nut.
I'll tell you why, right?
But no, before you tell us anything,
Sing the national anthem.
that's
Wait. Oh, Canada, tell nos
Oh, there he is.
aïeux, ton front est son, the fleur glorieux. I knew the whole thing, so I used to listen to it every night after Blue Card, listen to the Montreal game on the radio. And you get the double-
Coca-Cola, Quebec Maple,
Fuck yeah, I'm in.
4.4.
Yes,
4.4.
the champ.
But not just, it's like.
I was voting with my
two of
heart
them.
and my balls and
we-
everything.
We maybe need to.
It almost needs
There's
its
a
own
massive
thing.
reshuffle
Needs
going to
its
be
own
needed.
thing.
Fuck yeah, about time. 4.7 for Nick.
He goes
4.4.
straight to the top.
I thought about it and I knew that guava was like an all-time favourite of mine, and I was like, give me the option of this and guava, and I'm picking this.
I know.
I'm picking it 1 point extra because I like Coca-Cola, I like glass
You
balls,
gave us 2 point extras.
and I give another extra point for the fact it's got maple syrup in it, and it's got fucking Canada hang on it. Yes, I'm all in. I'm 4.7.
This is
This is the greatest drink ever made.
I'm worried about what happens when I bring British Columbia raspberry to the table.
bring it.
I don't care for British Columbia much. That is just it. Like that is.
It's weird because see when we were doing this earlier, I was looking through the scores. I was like, when was the last time we gave a real big score?
4.4.
And it was actually the live show when we put cream soda up there.
I suppose, but I mean,
I'm glad you two went first. Because I know that if I said what I wanted to say, it would have like infected both your brains.
Oh,
a wee bit.
100%. I would have felt bad for giving only a 4.1. But I've just been tough on my scores. The more I've actually since had more IBC Black Cherry. And I
Every
actually
sip
think
of this, it's just
I
like
think I scored IBC Black Cherry high on Doritos now.
every
but
sip of this is like Wayne Gretzky's like shouting in the back of my throat. Like, yeah.
there's something cool about
the
this, man.
smokiness to it
there
is
something
really,
just
really
cool.
good.
There's something just like you want to be this guy. You don't want to be like.
You want to get yourself like Crown Royal.
It's like you want to go somewhere and you know they have this, and then someone's like, "What are you having?" Someone's like, "Oh, do you know what? I'll take an Appletiser," and then you're just like,
Maple Coke.
"Let's get the maple coke, please." Like, and the cunt's like, "Huh?" And
Do you know, it wasn't even that expensive on the comparison of a glass bottle like this. Like when you go to a Fanta Mexican Coke, sometimes you're like £4. It was only £2.50 a bottle.
That's a big old bottle, my man.
And not that 37 grams of sugar in a 355ml. It's not that bad.
Crazy.
Unbelievable
What
stuff.
a fucking finish, man. What a
Champ.
back. What a
Yeah.
fucking
I was a
back,
crescendo, wasn't it? I just built up, now it's just flat. It's like, now what?
And do you know what? None of them were bad drinks. But that's what I'm glad that you said. It says, I know I'm going to finish my favourite. And I was like,
Oh, man.
"You've
And
not
I
seen your
thought
favourite."
at that point it was the Melon guy. For sure. Like, just because it was interesting. But I feel like I don't even know how to compare this
I
to
think
the
I want to
Melon.
drink another soft drink today.
I mean, look at, like, it's like,
I had intentions of drinking
it's
the
like
Melon. on the
you
road.
versus the guy she warned you about. This guy comes in, just a suave Canadian gent. He's like,
Me?
hello.
I was a suave Canadian gent at his wedding, not Jordan's wedding. I was a fat Scottish guy at that wedding. At Andy's wedding, I was a suave Canadian gent.
It's not even
Did
blue.
you just
though.
have your thing? Why were you so Canadian?
Just because I'd lost weight and I felt more Canadian.
Is that your two modes?
It's not, it's not
I'm
even
very
blue.
Scottish right now.
It's quite purpley, actually. Or is that just because I'm colourblind?
You're colourblind, it's navy blue.
Nah, it's like Navy, man.
Oh, well.
To represent the Navy forces of Quebec. The naval captains that lost their lives in the Quebec wars of Shrewd Farms.
Well, Dynamite.
What?
If you find maple cola, go buy it.
Oh, don't.
Aye,
Buy
don't.
and send
Just
us it.
tell us where you see it, saw it,
And
so that we can go buy
we'll
it.
clean it out, man. That's wild.
What's the date on this? Does it have a date?
2022, baby.
Oh, and by the way, you get 5 cents refund when you take this back to Quebec.
Oh, man, can you imagine? Like that fucking Seinfeld episode.
It's all a Seinfeld. So you've got a Seinfeld Lego downstairs.
I
waiting
know,
for
I
you.
can't wait to build it.
He was getting on about it yesterday.
Why did you not buy one?
Can't afford it, mate. Been out of work for 500 days.
Fair play.
And I've got guys coming back to the DJ game who've won up all the money, all the gigs. Some of the true players. It's so weird that I'm going to see you tonight. But, briefly at the start and the end,
Yeah,
I'd imagine, but just mad.
No, I'll
Like,
be jumping in every so often to see what tunes you're playing so that I can just play them again.
Right.
mate, you'll be jumping in, just go in your room, will be slammed, man. Mr. Brightside on repeat, and you'll
What are you taking up the road, Al?
fucking
Fucking
hell,
no
man.
question, guys.
Taking everything up the road. All day.
You?
I'm taking a Coke, there's no doubt about it.
Let's get a three-way cheers for the new
And
champ.
the new champ.
And
the
also,
champ.
for
Good
lockdown,
find,
for
Andy.
end of lockdown as well, guys.
Aye.
That's something to be
Freedom
said.
Day.
Here, fuck it. I'll play the hood room tonight.
Mate, let's go to the
fucking
five-star soda takeover.
Aye, you
Is
come
it-
up and do it by the hype man.
You on the
Could be
mic
Gator.
right though? You on the mic?
I've got to make my back.
He's on the mic. That'd be
I'll
so
be on the
good,
mic.
man. Get on the mic.
I'll be on the mic.
I'll be on. I might be on the mic.
Hey,
I was
that's
on the
it.
mic I was on the mic for Freedom Day.
It's dawned on me that because we've got semi-irregular with the when
Yeah.
we do these, I don't even know if anyone listens anymore.
Better than in a regular set.
Does it really matter when I pull out shit like that?
We're just doing this for ourselves now, aren't we?
Yeah.
The way it should be done.
It's
Yeah.
fire.
Anything else to add?
No, that's us. That is episode 30.
30.
We'll be
30.
back fucking, I don't know, whenever we're back.
We'll be back. We will be back because we need to see if there's
We need,
better than
we need at
this.
least get to drink 150, and that was drink 143.
Let's do 7 in the next episode.
Maybe more than 50. I'll make the British Columbian raspberry.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll dig some of that out.
Until then.
Yes, thank you very much. See you next time.
Peace.